Somebody call the doctor because bad medicine is back. That's Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today I can't wait because we're getting back to Bloodhounds. This is season 1, episode 5. What an episode. I'm buckled up and ready to go. Let's see what number 5 brings.
They've done a great job, but always leave us wanting more. I'm definitely ready, willing, able for more. Let's get to it.
I just want Gunwoo to throw that Palisade in reverse and get to business. Let's go.
Yeah, last episode was an absolute banger. Best one in the series yet for me. Let's see what this one can do. Let's go!
Go.
That gold can't be that heavy.
Say, why not just open it, throw it in the back, but
Yeah,
it's pretty packed in the back.
Smash it in there, maybe.
I love that he sets it down. I'll just toss it.
You can see him in the distance on the passenger side.
Ditch the bag.
Oh, they lost the gold bars.
Why are you worrying about your seatbelt?
Throw it in reverse. There you go.
Well, you still got about...
I would have thrown it in reverse and tried to take those guys out, but that's just me.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Like, they're mad, but which I get it, because they let them get away, but they're at least going to go to their
They
boss.
just collected a lot of money.
Or they can say, oh, yeah, they got away with all the money. Boss don't know what happened to the rest of it.
Yeah, right? Oh, hello.
All right, guys. That would require everybody there to be quiet.
Yeah.
Well, just pull a Dark Knight Joker heist and you'll be fine.
1시간 간격으로 술집에 사람들이 드나들었습니다. 경찰 관용차를 탄 사람도 있었고 제가 이름은 잘 모르겠는데 그 TV에서 본 프로야구 선수도 있었습니다.
Wow.
명길이가 정과장인 건 내가 알고 있었어. 그놈이 내 밑에서 일하면서 인생을 다시 시작하고 싶다고.
Oh.
애들이 책방에서 현금을 빼오다가 김명길 부하들한테 습격을 받았답니다.
다쳤대?
아니 그런 얘기는 없었습니다. 금고에 있는 모든 돈을 잃었답니다.
아니 다쳤냐고.
괜찮은 것 같습니다.
Yeah, see, he doesn't
That's all
really
he
care.
cares about.
이 환자가 범죄 행위를 하다가 응급실에 찾아오면 의사들이 경찰에 신고하게 돼 있어. 그래서 나는 언제든지 수술할 수 있도록 이 병원을 잡아놨었어. 명길이도 분명히 병원을 잡아놨어.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, we knew that was going to happen.
Oh, I was hoping he'd hit himself in the face.
Don't forget your bucket hat.
He likes that hat.
He made that a lot
like
harder
this
on
hat.
himself doing it that way than just...
Have you ever actually done it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it work doing like that?
Yeah.
Right on your knee, because it breaks the connection on
Yeah.
the inside.
Or pull it to the front of your chest.
I've already done where I had the wrist and I just went like this. And
Why are you got your hands zip tied so much, Answer?
wanted to see if I could break it.
너희 좀 잠 좀 자고 점심에 가게로 와.
뭐 어떤 것 때문에
밥 주려고. 싫어?
제가 사실 점심은 잘 안 먹어서
와.
네.
Okay.
Plus, you guys need to fuel up.
Yeah.
You guys have been up since 2 a.m. and when they last showed the clock, it was almost 5 or 6.
Yeah.
괜찮아?
금고에 있는 돈은 잃어버렸어요. 죄송해요.
아니 네 몸 괜찮냐고.
He doesn't care about the money.
응 괜찮아.
상자 마저 옮겨줄게요. 먼저 주무세요.
I'm afraid that Grandpa doesn't have a lot of time left here.
너 진짜 안 다쳤지?
네.
That's real family.
he might be showing him a lot more now than he has ever because of the situation.
Yeah,
Now that he knows he's in.
Well, because now it's
They're in danger.
they're in.
She
thick.
feels like she let him down. And he's just wants to make sure she's not hurt.
Tell me he finishes the job.
We're
This
not going
early?
to lose Bane to episode 5.
I sure
And
hope
we didn't
so.
think we were gonna get him beaten up in episode 4.
He's got to.
This show may surprise you.
He's got to come back meaner.
Meaner, leaner.
경찰이 아직 출근을 안 했으니까. 말이 조금 짧으시네. 멋있다. 아이씨.
Well, he's such a big shot because he thinks he's the right hand man too. So like, he can get away with anything.
CCTV는 관제센터에 가서 일일이 돌리면서 찾아봐야 하고 또 구마다 관제센터가 다 달라서 제가 사람 섭외하는 것도 시간이 좀 필요합니다.
돈 많이 써도 되니까 최대한 빨리 해봐.
Whoever we gotta pay.
나 장도랑 둘이 잠깐 얘기 좀 할게.
Oh, you didn't hear me?
못 들었어?
I could be a villain, I think.
Some think you are.
I wouldn't be bragging about that.
You know what happens to the villains? They get taken out.
You gotta know how they think.
Mason Quinn is an expert on how villains think.
긍정적으로 생각하는 사람은 발전이 없어. 부정적으로 생각해봐. 병원에 애들 추가해 환자복 입히고 현장 채우고.
Oh wow.
최 사장이 제 신상 털었을 수도 있어. 준민이는 겁이 많아서 표정 관리가 안 돼. 쟤 때문에 황양중에 움직이진 않을 거고 이두영을 보낼 거야.
Small fry.
말했지. 오토바이 타고 넓게 움직이는 거. 앞뒤 막아서 잡아봐. 재밌겠다.
Still training.
Oh, what's under the cover?
That's a surprise for later.
Is that the original Mustang that we saw?
Maybe it's a Charger.
새벽에 들어왔는데 좀 쉬지 그래.
깊게 자서 충분합니다.
아, 건우야.
Right.
근데 우리 현수가 너랑 우진이랑 만나고 나서 아주 밝아졌다. 그래서 니네 두 사람한테 아주 고마워.
저희도 현주랑 있는 게 좋습니다.
아, 그리고 내가 너한테 성급해준 돈 이제 없어.
어디로 갔는데요?
내 말은 그냥 퉁쳤다는 거지.
Oh, we're even.
저는 정당하게 일해서 갖고 싶습니다.
정당하게 일한 거야. 너희들이 갖고 온 현금이 아주 꽤 된다.
You took out 30 guys.
이제는 채무관계 아니다.
Oh,
어머니
there we
모시고
go.
제주도나 어디 좋은 데 가서 다시 카페 차려.
That's why he wants to get him out of this mess.
Oh, that's awesome.
Gonna set him up.
사장님 진짜 감사합니다.
He kind of sees where this is going to go, so he
Right.
wants everyone to just.
So, like,
은혜를 갚아야죠.
충분히 갚았어.
전 아직 안 충분합니다. 끝날 때까지 끝난 게 아니라서요.
Nothing is over. Nothing.
yeah, I don't think you're gonna break through to him there.
끝날 때까지 끝난 게 아니야. 조만간 나랑 술 한잔 하자.
제가 술을 안 마십니다.
And pour yours. Yeah, I mean, he sees he's a good kid and doesn't want him in this life.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, again, he knows the kind of people he's dealing with.
Yep.
Which they're getting the taste
and
of
it never ends. He's,
No.
you know, as old as he is,
He
and it's
doesn't
still
want
going
anyone
on.
getting hurt.
고추냉이 올려서 간장이랑 먹어.
It's like a religious
Was he like a food
experience.
critic? Or?
얘네들처럼 이 자연사는 살이 아주 찰지고 지방이 아주 골고루 분포되죠. 야, 이 광어 특유의
like how much? Yeah.
발랄이 느껴지네요. 숙성도 완벽합니다.
회 좋아하냐?
아, 예전에 횟집 유튜버를 잠깐 했었습니다. 최선을 다해 구독자 1000명.
Did you ever think about going into reactions?
시신을 못 찾으면 뭘 찾아야 돼요?
뭐 살인했을 때 쓴 흉기나 동영상 같은 거 찾아도 끝나지.
숙성.
미안. 앉아.
이거 아까
나 이지혁이야. 니들 얘기 들었어. 반가워.
김건우라고 합니다.
홍우진입니다.
야, 이 목소들은 주먹이. 깡패 새끼들 다 뻗어 있는 거 보고 와 이놈들 진짜 파이터구나 아주 감탄을 했어. 형도 왕년에 저 월드 챔피언이 꿈이었잖아, 그치?
아 왜 날 끌어들여?
니들 전과 생기면 다시 링에 못 올라간다. 알지?
아저씨는 김명길이랑 왜 싸우는 거예요?
우리 애들 죽였으니까 갚아야지.
김명길이랑 싸우다가 아저씨가 죽을 수도 있는데요? 안 무서워요?
나 죽는 거 안 무서워. 그 새끼들 못 죽이는 게 무섭지.
사장님이 아니었으면 저희 집은 다 망가졌을 거예요. 제가 할 줄 아는 건 힘쓰는 것밖에 없지만 끝까지 도움이 되고 싶습니다.
저도요. 저희 해병 듀오가 큰 도움이 될 거라고 믿습니다. 해병이십니까?
난 면제고 형이 나왔지.
Here we go.
Here comes the whole thing.
He puts his hand on.
너 왜 자꾸 나 사생활을 무시해? 미쳤어?
이렇게 서서히 알아가는 거지 뭘 또.
The music.
기스 알려주십시오.
안 내려?
선배님이라 부르고 싶습니다.
일어나게 만드네. 내리라.
한번 해병은 영원한 해병입니다.
쉬어.
좀 봐줘요.
이게 먹으려고 그런 거야. 어쭈.
아닙니다. 해병 정신이 이기는 겁니다.
This Marines are high on pride.
해보시면 뭐야?
해병대 자부심이요.
기스 알려주십시오.
형이 해보심인데.
알려주십시오. 선배님, 필수.
It's just like, all right, cut it off.
우리 오늘 저녁에 간다. 듀영이가 영업이사 치면은 나한테 전화해. 나 병원 앞에서 기다리고 있다가 너 연락 받으면 들어갈 테니까.
알았어.
왜 기다렸다가 들어가요?
듀영이가 영업이사 치는데 깡패들이 있으면은 눈치챘다는 거야. 그럼 병원에도 깡패들이 있다는 얘기지.
Oh, I'm doing this.
They already know.
Here we go.
Yeah, they know. They know we know you know we know we know.
우리가 양쪽으로 나뉘어서 동시에 쳐야 돼. 근데 위험하지. 근데 이기려면 그 방법밖에 없어.
나 오토바이 타니까 괜찮아. 불리하면 도망치면 돼.
Well, they already have a plan for
They have
you
a
on that
plan,
motorcycle.
Yep.
너희들 오토바이 탈 수 있어?
싱싱이도 빠릅니다.
Scooter.
아닙니다.
네, 애들 내가 데려갈게. 병원에서 필요할 수도 있어.
제가 두영 아저씨랑 같이 갈게요. 저 오토바이 타요.
What if they get all mixed up with the motorcycles?
현준 너 오토바이 타니?
네.
못 타.
네이키드 타고 있어요.
야, 우리 좀 닮은 거 같지 않냐? 그지?
야 민동아, 여기 탕하고 밥 좀 내놔라.
I'm a little worried about that because they might think
Oh shit.
flip flop.
Yeah, they might get
you
the
know?
bikes mixed up.
Like they'll go for him, but they're gonna actually get,
Get
hurt.
her.
좋네 요즘 것들. 알차 타봤어?
Quinn,
Quite
you
you got a
in
lineup.
this, aren't you?
Yeah.
근데 그래서 훈련 받을 때 이거 칼 잡는 법 다 배웠지? 잡아봐.
Oh, he's knife training them.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
일단 잡아봐. 저 선배님, 저희는 칼을 쓸 생각이 없습니다.
누가 칼 쓰래?
지금 주셨지 않습니까?
되도록?
잘하겠습니다.
I'll do better, sir.
너희들이 칼을 쓸 줄 알아야 칼 쓰는 놈들의 생각을 읽을 수가 있어. 생각을 읽어야 이길 거 아니야. 아! 깜짝이야. 씨.
어울린다?
Sounds like Mason Quinn's garage.
복싱으로 치면은 아웃복서가 멀리서 잽을 툭툭 치는 거야.
한 번 더. 괜찮아.
So they're all learning this in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. She's better than that.
Yeah.
She's toying with him. Come on.
이건 엄지로 손잡이 뒤를 누르기 때문에 웬만큼 힘을 써도 안 미끄러져. 칼을 이렇게 잡는다는 건 칼을 좀 쓴다는 거야.
보는 속도로 그냥 지금
Oh.
That's
하지 마.
So you can judge your enemy quickly.
he's giving all the cues for what to look for when being attacked.
Yep.
Was that our training montage?
Believe it was.
It was like all in 6 to 8 hours.
Oh, well.
인사 안 해?
Oh,
이런 만한 새끼들이.
oh,
He's just gone psychotic.
this guy's off the rails.
You know, there's cameras.
But that's the hospital he's got
Yeah.
in his back pocket.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, this fucking guy.
Nerd
Throw him off a bridge.
through a window.
한놈 떴다.
어떡해요?
다시 기다려봐.
We wait. Oh, see that picture on the phone? Oh, you see, Oak, in this life,
Can't have family.
it's hard. It's hard to have family and loved ones.
하지만 무슨 일이 있어도 가족과 친구는 팔지 말아라. 그렇게 살 거면 그냥 죽어.
네.
좀 이따 내가 병원에 들어가서 너희들한테 도망치라고 하면은 군말 없이 도망쳐. 하는 내가 알아서 처리할 테니까.
I don't like that.
가족과 친구는 버리지 말라고 하지 않으셨습니까?
난 범죄자야. 지금 우리가 같은 배를 타고 있지만 너하고 나는 가족이 아니야. 이 일 끝나면 만날 일도 없어. 그러니까 괜한 일에 정주고 마음 붙일 생각하지 마. 알았어? 알았냐고.
Get rid of all emotions. Gotta stay cold in this line of work.
어떡하실 거예요? 아저씨? 어떡해요? 들려요? 대답 좀.
친다.
Oh, this music.
Ooh, I'm gonna kill them all, Winston.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
아이 씨발 새끼가.
Oh, shit.
And that's it.
No, there's a car coming.
There's a car coming.
Oh, your goons weren't much help, were they? Oh!
개새끼가.
Oh!
정확하게 싫어 이 씨발 놈. 야 빨리 싫어.
All right, here we go. Oh! That's one.
Got right across the jaw.
All right. Get on the
Oh,
bike.
that was close.
괜찮아요?
Oh, his bike is all right.
Yeah, well, good enough.
I mean, good thing she was there, dude.
That bike is rideable, Dave. That's almost like the side of the Mustang.
Well, they're built tougher than you think.
Yeah, that one I believe.
넌 괜찮아? 알았어.
Got the job done, though.
가자.
네.
All right, so are we going to have to battle floor by floor to get to the final boss? Well,
Booyah.
yep.
임장도다, 임장도.
They looked to see what floor he was going to?
Ah.
These goofs.
Yep, she made the call.
Yep.
Shit.
Light work.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Oh, that can do a lot of damage.
Now we got to carry him.
가자.
Wheelchair. Nice.
Yeah, who knows who's wandering around right now?
Well, they got out. They're
Yeah, but they did. That lady did make a call at the desk.
Well, he's got all of it in there now.
Yeah.
Whew. I bring the wheelchair with.
내가 좀 실어줄래?
Oh no,
Wheelbarrow.
Nice.
소금? 사무실에 있지.
Oh, the salt.
양동이 찾아서 소금 다 넣어.
네. 가자.
They gonna try to make it look like he drowned in the ocean?
Oh, I think
That is the most random thing you've ever said on this entire channel.
Oh, make the salt water?
오빠는 괜찮아?
우리
You gotta think like a villain. In this case, a hero.
난 밖에 있어서 못 봤는데 잡았대.
See where it goes.
죽였어?
Yeah, it's out of the picture.
야, 빨리 소금물이나 만들자. 찾아봐.
Yeah, no time to think about this stuff. Gotta.
So they
Gotta go.
make it look like he drowned and then go throw him in the salt water
That's what I would think.
instead of just maybe their
Do
water.
you have any idea now what's going to happen with the salt?
Well, unless they're gonna start slicing and dicing and throwing it on him.
Maybe they're going to waterboard him.
내가 5분 내로 도착할 거니까 좀 흔들어 놔. 아, 그리고 현주랑 애들 옆에서 지켜보라 그래.
Oh,
He wants them to know how serious
yeah.
this business
Just
is.
because they talked before about, a weapon and that sort of thing. It's like if you've salt water in his lungs, he'll look like he drowned.
Right, but you'd still have to find him.
현주 괜찮을까?
오셨습니까? 이쪽입니다.
Oh, he's not going to be happy.
Is he ever happy? Oh, he is, but
계단수도 봅시다.
아, 그쪽에는 카메라가 없습니다.
왜요?
원래 없는데.
Just don't.
이게 말이가 이씨.
Yeah, let's go after him.
yeah, it's not his fault.
준민이는 아직 의식이 없다고 합니다. 아파트 관리소에 가서 준민이 친 놈들 바로판 찾아와.
He's unconscious. He's still alive.
Oh,
Well, in this world, it takes a lot.
yes.
뭐해?
소금을 만들래?
That's a lot of salt.
It's like salt paste.
Maybe they'll cut up his fingers and dip it in a bucket of salt water.
뭐든 다 얘기하겠다는 결심이 서면 고개를 끄덕여. 말하겠다고 했다가 입 다물면 칼로 입술 드러낸다.
Oh,
A sander.
Oh
my. Oh my.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
well,
Now you know what's going to go on with the salt water, right?
showing the kids what this line of work
Now
entails.
he's going to take that and go like this
Oh
right
my
in
God.
the wound.
Oh, look at that. Fudge.
Oh.
Huh. Huh.
I can't-
Sounded like
we
the
need to
kid right
insert
there.
what you said, what he was going to do right here.
I suppose you might as well get them matching. God, this is like hot watching Hostel. What?
Oh.
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 Folks.
That's our line of work.
This is what we do. You guys want to stay in it?
We just got dark.
Real dark.
I'm about
Gramps?
to find out Grandpa was a OG.
시간이 많지 않나. 내가 너희들은 다 가르쳐주고 싶은 게 있어서 그래.
무슨 말이에요?
이건 누군가 죽어야지 끝이 나.
Exactly.
있을 거라고 장담을 할 수가 없어.
이기면 되죠. 왜 부정적인 생각만 해요?
Because that's what's going to happen. He's not lying.
이 단단히 뭉친 조직으로 이기려면 두 가지가 필요해. 분산 그리고 분열.
And division.
넌 자기를 많이 알고 공감하는 사람을 신뢰하게 돼 있어. 개인의 신뢰를 얻지 못하면
I wonder how bad this dude's going to be sanded up.
분열시킬 수가 없다.
Oh, they're still
They're
doing
still
it.
going.
Oh, good.
I mean, geez, we don't even need to see that. We don't even need the visual. Just
No.
hearing that.
Yep.
Oh, there goes. Yeah, I was just thinking.
명길이는 굉장히 험악하고 잔인한 놈이야. 하지만 사람 마음을 아주 귀신같이 읽어. 하지만 넌 똑똑해. 걔들보다 명길이를 잘 알아. 이 명길이는 절대 가슴으로 뜨겁게 공감하지 않아. 이 머리로는 차갑게 공감해. 평소에도 항상 사람을 어떻게 이용할지 계산하고 있어. 넌 그걸 알면서도 굳이 명길이 밑으로 들어갔어. 대기업에 입사해서 5년 동안 벌 돈을 명길이가 연봉으로 줬잖아. 경찰대 졸업해서 권력을 갖고 싶은 놈도 자천했으니까 이 돈이라도 벌어야지.
Oh, we did our homework too.
만에 하나 명길이가 널 죽일 동기가 생기면 그럼 그때 가서 명길이한테 뽑은 돈 들고 동남아로 도망치면 돼. 이 기회가 아주 좋아. 하지만 내가 지금 네 사진 찍어서 명길이한테 보내고 명길이가 죽이라고 시킨 사람들의 이름을 나한테 말했다고.
He'd find you.
100%.
그러면 명길이는 널 찾으라고 보낸 아이들을 돌려보내고 널 죽여서 아무도 모르게 묻을 사냥개들을 보낼 거야.
This goes back to the lessons he wanted to teach.
Yep.
명길이는 진실에 관심이 없어. 그냥 널 묻는 게 제일 안전해. 범죄에 대해서 제일 잘 아는 건 김준민이나 강인범이 아니야. 바로 너잖아. 너한테 의심을 아주 조금만 묻혀도 명길이는 널 죽여.
Yep.
That goes back to only Bane being the only person he trusts or that he's shown us. Oh,
너 지금 정신 못 차리면 진짜 죽어. 네가 아는 거 다 풀어.
Tell me everything.
내가 너 평생 먹고 살 돈 챙겨서 안전한 나라로 보내줄게. 명길이는 다 나한테 배웠어. 명길이가 모르는 데가 어딘지 난 다 알아. 내가 약속해.
Wow, he's actually giving him an option.
Yep. It's an easier way to make him talk than torturing him.
you're making your exit anyways.
Yep.
huh? So
얼마 줄 건데요? 빠르고 성실하게 답해.
It'll be in. He said enough.
yeah, you don't need to know the dollar amount. He said enough to live comfortably the rest of your life.
일 마치면 괌으로 보내줄게. 내가 아는 분들이 있어. 거기서 새 삶을 시작할 수 있도록 내 모든 걸 지원하마.
Wow. That's more than this guy deserves.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's just how he is.
Sounds like a good offer, doesn't it?
명길이 밑에서 얼마나 됐어?
5년이요. 김 대표가 저지른 불법적인 일들이 경찰의 수사망에 안 오르게 방지.
직접 가담한 적은?
찾아낸 경우는 저랑 인범이가 갈 때도 있는데 대부분 김 대표가 운영하는 용역업체에서 움직여요. 증거 영상 같은 거 좀 찍고 그러는 거죠.
네가 아일그룹 협박했지.
Spill it.
김 대표가 시켜서 한 겁니다.
He made me do it.
Yeah,
Asked you what?
yeah, we don't care.
그래서 좀 찍었어요.
뭘?
그냥 벗겨서 영상 찍었어요.
In the car wash.
이거 처음부터 얘기해봐.
We got all the time in the
강남에
world.
40층 규모로 올라가는 부티크 호텔인
Here we go. The
회사 부도나서 공사가 중단됐어요. 알고르 장남이 그걸 인수하려는데 1,000억이 빈다는 정보를 김 대표가 들었고요.
누구한테서?
그 빌딩이 너무 오래 방치돼서 흉물이 되니
네가 영상 찍은 사람은 몇 명이나 돼?
50명.
Oh,
50.
그 자료는 어디에 있어?
김 대표 침실 안쪽에 있는 작은 금고에 하드를 보관합니다.
oh, he knows it.
독일제 스마트 금고예요.
and that was what we saw in the safe.
Yep.
문제가 생기면 핸드폰으로 원격 조정해서
You can incinerate it.
그 용역업체 주폭이 인원은 30명 정도 있는 걸로 알고 있습니다. 머리가 누구예요? 정 팀장이라고 거기 대표인데 김 대표의
The butcher.
주기 선수였는데 시합 중에 사람을 때려 죽여서 선수 자격을 박탈당했대고
Oh.
Of course.
시체는 어떻게
I
처리해?
wonder if one of them know him.
그쪽은 정 팀장이 정리합니다.
아는 거 말해봐.
한 3년 전에 김 대표가 술 마시다가 한 번 욱해서 사람을 때려 죽인 적이 있어요. 제가 때마침 근처에 있어서
Happened to be nearby.
정 팀장이 3톤짜리 수조 달린 횟집 트럭을 불러와서 시신을 실어갔어요. 정 팀장이랑 기사랑 얘기 나누는 거 보니까 계속 쓰는 업체인 것 같았고요.
Holy
This
shit.
is a
We're
lot.
getting all of this.
내가 인천에 아는 병원이 있어. 구급차를 불러줄 테니까 가서 좀 쉬어. 일 마치고 정리되면 여권이랑 비행기에서 보낼게.
아무한테도 연락하지 마라. 김명길이 찾아낸다.
Yeah, he will.
네 전화기 내가 가져간다.
야, 한 가지만 더 묻자. 명길이가 모은 금괴는 어디 있어?
그건 인범이만 합니다.
어떤 사이야?
That's true.
김 대표가 유일하게 믿는 사람이 인범이죠.
It's in a shipping container.
서로 몇 번이나 목숨을 구해줬다고 들었습니다. 인범이는 목숨까지 바칠 거예요. 김 대표의 속을 다 알 순 없지만 인범이를 형제처럼 아끼는 건 확실합니다.
This guy sang, man. He sang.
He liked the offer.
He's off one way or another if he doesn't.
Yep.
More bees with honey than vinegar. There we go.
Yeah.
And then where is he going?
Yeah. I mean, he got the upper hand in this one.
He's
for sure.
probably going to a shipping container to rub his precious gold.
Just grab it like so.
It's mine. Oh, what an episode. This was the one that personally I felt we needed after how high octane action the last episode was. For me, it's like, okay, all that stuff is awesome and wild and great, and I loved every second of it. But now we need to transition to our story and what we're going to do going forward, what our plan of attack is for our good guys. And I mean, I guess I use the term good loosely given their history, but at least our young trio is good. And look, Grandpa's trying to not only show them what this business is and finish the job with his arch enemy, but he's trying to show them like, hey, this isn't the life you want. And he's more than willing to set up Gun-woo with, a new cafe or a restaurant in a different country. And it's all going to be taken care of once everything is finished. So I like that he's, you never leave this line of work. And even when Gun-woo and Woo-jin were in the SUV with our gray-haired Marine expert, they were like, he's like, hey, if I tell you to run, you run. We're not friends. We're not family. This is a job. After it's done, you're never going to see me again. Again, letting them know and reiterating, this is not something for you. This is not a long-term deal. We're not partnering up here. This is just the situation as it is until, Gil is taken care of. So I like how they reinforce that. And the last way, of course, they did it was with Hyunju making her watch the sanding and the saltwater torture. And that was too much for her. And, it's just that's the life. And, she kind of wanted to push grandfather further in the beginning. She was going after guys collecting and saying we can make more money. She didn't really know the whole scope of everything that was happening.
She only knew what he allowed.
Yeah. Right. And now that she's in it, it's like, yeah, this is the real deal here right now. So just a great episode in setting up our young trio with where things are. And not only that, we got our police officer to sing like a canary, give us all the details, and an interesting route that grandfather took. Instead of, he could have sat there and tortured him half to death and maybe gotten the information, but instead he just gives him a threat that the police officer knows Gil will follow through with and come after him. So he's like, hey, I can set you up. I can make sure you're safe. Just tell me what I want to hear. You were going to run anyway, except it probably wasn't going to work. So I can set you up the right way. So I thought it was a brilliant episode of basically we really got into the storytelling in this episode, which I really appreciated. And it also gave our actors a chance to really shine and have some one-on-one conversations and dialogue back and forth, which, again, I really appreciated given how high octane the last episode was.
Yeah, they really showed how much of a badass he truly is. And I greatly appreciate it. And it was a good understanding that he would try to shield her from everything. She, like you said, she wanted to push forward. We saw how she wanted to beat up people at the beginning and try to get the money back and everything.
It's worth double.
Yeah, and all that. And, it was great that he was shielding her. But if she really wants to get into it, she's going to have to become cold. And we show how the two different sides of Gramps, like how caring he is. Like, look at, like, we have it rewatching right now where he's talking to Gang-woo, where he's telling him, like, take the money, get out of here. We can set you up. You can get out of this lifestyle. Like, he's a very caring individual. He cares about the people that are closest that he trusts. He's so much gratitude for what he's done and recovering the money. We saw it at the beginning of the episode where she was apologetic of like, I lost the money in the safe. I don't
Were
care.
you hurt?
Are you hurt?
Yeah.
So we see how caring he is, but then at the end of this episode, how cold and calculated he can be. And I was worried about our team going into a trap because we knew what each other's sides knew. They're like, hey,
Yeah.
well, we'll block him off from.
Yep, he's on a
he's always on a
motorcycle.
motorcycle. We'll
Yep.
block him off. He won't be able to get out. We're gonna have a bunch of patients dressed, or goons dressed up as patients. Thankfully we didn't let him get too far in.
Yep.
Thankfully we had a team going in where Juju was there to help out to get him out of the sticky situation. So I'm just loving like how smart and calculated both sides are in this. That you have to. It is a chess game.
It's almost one-upping.
And and Myung-gil is like he's actually enjoying it because he even said it. Ooh, it's getting interesting now.
Yeah.
He said it a couple episodes. Like he hates being thwarted, but at the same time he's appreciating the challenge. It seems like and loving it. And still he's gonna try and get his. But I just love seeing the two sides of Mr. Choi in this episode of how. His old lifestyle is bringing him back in, just like we always joke about with Mr. Wick. Just when I was out, you're bringing me back in. And that torture scene, I've never seen anything like that. That was wild.
Well, and the fact that it's like it's Choi's arch nemesis, right? Going back so far when he got thrown out the window, and there's so much history there, and now they're finally coming back together.
Well, that's what I was saying, like in the whatever episode ago it was, where we finally get to see how everyone is like pretty much connected by some way, somehow. I mean, he got the knife, our final boss got the knife, he was just passing it down. And then it's ironic, right, that they're all working together. Like this whole thing is just one big web, and everyone has some kind of connection through somehow, some way. And that's what I really dig about this too. Even if they didn't have that kind of connection, it still would be phenomenal. It's just the way they worked that all in.
And we learned that he was a former criminal and he gave him a second chance. And even though he saw that he was going to probably eventually do something like what he did. And then that they met in prison and that's how they became such good friends and they've saved each other's lives. And he's willing to go to the death to be able to save them.
Well, and we all know why. I mean, the guy's literally we call him Bane.
Well, we know why. Gil would keep him around, but
yeah, I mean, it's hard to take the guy down. And he has busted eardrums, but did that stop him from beating up somebody?
Those two guys for
asking if they were Marines or something like that. Either way, why wouldn't he stick up for his guy? Because he knows he could go through anything and still come out the other end, basically barely an inconvenience for him.
Barely an inconvenience. Torture scenes are always interesting in different films, and seeing the ways that information is extracted. I remember the first time I watched Taken, and we get the scene with the spikes and the power supply.
Spoiler if anyone hasn't seen that. Some folks have kind of made comments that we should probably watch out on how much we give because they haven't seen stuff.
Well, there's a lot more for you involved in that movie. But I don't think, not that I'm like excited about torture methods, but I don't think I've ever seen the orbital sander and the obviously salt and wounds. That's one thing, but the orbital sander in the bucket of salt water, that was nasty. But the other thing that I thought was interesting is how he said to him, I don't like people who start talking and stop talking. So just nod your head when you're ready to talk, because otherwise I'm going to fillet your lips off. I was like, wow.
And especially they show how good he was with the knife working at the restaurant. It's like, yeah, he'd be pretty good.
And it was so wild to see, like, hey, you know what? Grandpa and his crew, they're OGs. They're going to have to go back to their old ways. And just because they've been out of the game doesn't mean they've forgotten how it works. And so that was pretty badass. As far as the strategy, finding the guy who was kind of questioning everything, felt like maybe he needed an out, knows the way loyalty works in this business. He picked the right guy to pull information from. He lasted a little longer than I thought he would. That was pretty nasty, but. Yeah, this was a really good episode, and I agree with you, Mason Quinn. Last episode was just pedal to the floor, and we've had a couple of crazy episodes action-wise, and not to say this episode didn't have its action, but with the short motorcycle scenes and stuff like that was pretty cool. But definitely more on strategy. How are things going to play out? But look, we're seeing some really hard flexes on Grandpa's side. But we don't know what the what the the retribution for that is going to be. You know, what is the opposite doing? And now we just saw Hyun Jun walk away, and like, okay, he sent the driver after her, but please don't get caught. You know, the bargaining chip. They still didn't expand anymore on the guys saying, "Hey, we need to avenge our boys," but they threw that in again.
Yep.
And it just this particular relationship that we have with everybody, it doesn't seem like they would say boys to talk about like companions. Like, these are my boys. You know, I very much think, and again by a clip we got a few episodes ago, that something was done to their children. So I think that is something where that's going to come out a little bit further down the road, and we're going to see some guys with some serious harbored anger that they want to let out. But another great episode. I like kind of the fact that Grandpa wanted them to see what this was.
Well, that's what was so surprising for the viewer, because we didn't know Grandpa had that in him, and it's almost like they're showing them as much as they're showing us what our.
Well, I think it's very much. Yeah, I think it's very much just Grandpa wants them to realize, you know, how bad this is. Because look, when you start getting around everything that's happening with this loan sharking business, and you see how much money is being traded hands. You know, look, we saw Granddaughter earlier. Hey, we could do this, or what if we went after these guys in this and charged a 2% commission? You see how much money is being handed around. You have an idea of how much people are struggling, how hard it is to earn a living. I mean, they said that at the end here. You know, he's paying you in 1 year what you would make in 5. And so there's, even if you don't like the nature of the business, there's probably an attraction to the amount of money that you could earn. I mean, why is anybody involved in illegal businesses, right? Well, it's not because you are excited about the risk of being caught and going to jail. It's because of the money. At the end of the day, that's what it's about. And I think he wanted them to understand, like, this is the dark side of this business. Obviously, they've seen it. You know, Gungwoo's seen, Mom's restaurant get trashed. You've seen them trying to scam all the homeless people. They've seen the dirty side of it. But and they've seen the violent side of it too, obviously, with the fights and Gungwoo getting his face cut up. But this was a totally different side of this business that I think they needed to see, and they also need to understand, like, look, loyalty is subjective. You know, it's not something that's just black and white. Now they say that, hey, with Bane, and he would he's like his brother, so he's probably never going to talk, but they got this guy to talk. And yeah, another great episode. I'm a little nervous now about the backlash that we're going to face in the next upcoming episodes. How many total do we have for this season? 8. So only got a few left.
Yeah. Well, and I think it shows too, like, if you're going to be in this business, you have to be the guy that there's no rules. There's nothing you won't do. And I think that's what that torture scene was kind of there to show us, that, like, hey, there was a point where there wasn't a line I wouldn't cross. So,
Yeah, I mean, at some point, but they got to get to their level 2 now, and he's basically, Gil? Gil? He's not going to stop at anything.
Nope. No.
Grandpa knows.
Yeah, not until they take him out.
It firsthand, especially with taking multiple stab wounds, thrown out of a window, and all that stuff. But I mean, at this point, I'm surprised. I shouldn't say that I'm surprised, but I kind of am that Grandpa gave him that gracious out, considering all the evil things he's done. I'm really surprised by that. Part of me was still hoping that Grandpa was lying, and when he gets to the hospital injection, he's done, and then they take whatever. But that was a lot of information being dropped right there, and now I can't wait to see how they're going to utilize that information and create a different strategy and probably how to take the next steps of whatever they need to do.
Yeah, because Gil's still trying to find out information about Mr. Choi, about, they said,
he wants his
who
home
owns the
address.
bookstore.
He wants everything.
Yes.
Yeah, he wants all the information, because they're going to try to basically infiltrate every bit that they can to just destroy their lives, so inside and out.
One side's got to go completely for this to be over, and that's the only way it ends.
That's what Grandpa was saying multiple times now. It only ends when someone dies, and it's either going to be Grandpa or Gil. And right now, the way that this is shaping up, I think we're going to see someone lose. Like we're going to lose either Grandpa because he's just teeing up too much.
It seems like he's on borrowed time a little bit. They had that scene where he was coughing after the drink, and talked about.
Yeah, but they also showed him shaking with the piece, and then
he's got old age. I mean, those were some serious ass injuries we saw him take. So
he did fly out of a building.
I think health wise he's all right, but I think they're making a point that he's going to be utilizing that weapon very soon. At some point. So I wonder if he's just going to have the last shot and there's going to be some, I don't know. I shouldn't even try to guess at this point. I should just take it all in and whatever happens, happens. But that's just kind of the first initial thoughts that I get of Grandpa there. And again, learning the knives here.
Yeah, our training
the strategy of like, hey, if this is the hand placement. If you see it, this is the next step. So I thought that was cool in here too, whether it's right or wrong in the real world. That was cool.
Well, and it's something for a boxer to know because they'd be looking for tells and body movements and things anyway. So it's going to feed right in.
Yep, they know how to look at the shoulders, look at the waist, and you can kind of judge for the most part what's
so now they're
next.
just looking at how a knife is handled.
Yeah, so the training montage for the 6 hours was great. I can't believe, like you said, that dude here got slashed on his throat and
young Min.
He's unconscious.
Yeah, I thought he was done.
I thought that was done.
Yeah,
like, the second that happened, it would be done. But we still got another piece to this puzzle that's in the game. And right there, I thought it was done.
You see,
I mean, you get the old slash across the throat. They usually don't make it back from that unless you're
just the front. So maybe
unless you're Negan,
Yeah. Well, again, lots of surprises in this world. Not complaining at all because it's a great fun ride that we're taking here. And I just can't wait to see what the next. This was episode 5, right? Yeah, episode 5. We got 3 more to go to see how they're going to close this out. So I got to imagine the next 3 episodes are just going to be like a rocket.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't slowed down yet. Even with this one, when we do get information, we still get high intense action scenes.
Yep. And by the way, with the saltwater. I can't wait to watch the playback on what you said there, but
because the reason I say it is because how many times have we been in shows where they'll find a body, they'll pull it out of the ocean, and they'll be like, there was no water in the lungs, they didn't actually drown, it was something else,
or it'll be fresh water is in the lungs,
or there's fresh water, they found them in the ocean. We've had a number of movies on this channel, absolutely.
And in general,
which one?
Yeah, which one? We've had.
You're asking me to remember.
You said we've had a number. Which,
I mean, it might have even happened on Agatha All Along. Maybe I think that might have happened on there. But I do know we've seen shows where it's like, oh, they didn't have any water in their lungs. Somebody put the body there first, and then it happened. Answer's got my back on it.
No, when it comes to this channel,
it's happened.
In that scenario,
it's happened.
That is slim to none, pal. But
it's happened.
As in, like outside of the channel. That I'll take answers.
What do we watch outside the channel? Nothing. So it had to happen on here.
I can tell you right now, and Oak is right on the same wavelength with me.
This is the one you're going to die
very
on,
little.
huh?
Oh, 100%.
All right.
There's a whole fucking library on Patreon and YouTube that shows exactly what I'm talking about. That there is nothing. It's like this.
It might have even been in the it could have been in the opening of Agatha All Along. Actually, when they were rolling up and they found the body. And I'm not 100% on it, but yeah, I thought there was maybe something with that about the way they died. But nonetheless, I know we've seen it on here. Where that's been the case.
Well, hey, let us know in the comments if you made us.
Either way,
he loves getting on my case, folks.
No,
loves it.
The folks will even say,
just
guys,
wait for the text chain later to come out.
What you just said on this channel or Patreon, or we'll just say the library, that has anything to do with what you just said.
That's where they found the body and said they didn't actually drown.
Oh my! Well,
I'll watched a few murder mysteries and stuff like that.
Disagree with you for now, but the salt.
We'll find it.
Where I'm really trying to get at here, folks. After that divergent, wherever that fucking went.
Fucking Quinn sticks on point daily.
Well, hopefully you guys have enjoyed it as much as we have. Hey, find that.
What are you doing?
No, I thought you were done.
I was just talking about the salt. So to you guys, with the salt or the sander, that is a new one for me. Having the sander in the legs I have not seen that done yet. I've seen power tools being used,
Yeah.
but I have not seen a sander. And now it makes sense of why he asked for a tub of salt water, because normally you just see the guys. Normally you see the folks. This is where I'm getting to. Take just salt and go like this, right?
Really? On what show? What one
Normally,
that happen on?
I'm not
On
sure.
here?
You said we've done a lot on the reaction, Quinn. I'm saying the folks have seen it otherwhere. Not on the channel here, folks, because I would remember most of that, unlike this guy over here who just...
They haven't done anything torture-wise like that in Walking Dead?
Not
Well,
salt.
what it reminded me of was I don't remember if
Not
it
even
was
in Breaking Bad,
if
Andrew.
it was Skyfall or one of the Bond movies where Mads had Daniel Craig in the chair and he's like, I don't know why they have all these elaborate torture things. We all know what'll make a man talk. When he was hitting him in the nuts with the thing, that's
No.
what I was like. Why do we have all these elaborate tortures? We all know what works.
Well, there's
I've never
various
even
amounts
thought
of pain.
about that.
Well, yeah, that's a spoiler for him, by the way.
Oh, can you imagine somebody just bag tagging
didn't
you
see-
nonstop?
He wasn't in the bonds with us.
No, he wasn't. It was us three.
The answer, just send it home.
All right, there you go.
Good Lord.
So hopefully you guys are enjoying it as much as we are. This is so much
free
fun.
discussion,
Well,
right?
yeah, a lot of fun discussing it. So
take
for
it.
Appleton, Oak, Diamond Dave, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.
We're not going back.